Detroit has until the end of the business day Friday to avoid financial collapse. Tonight, there are a lot of unanswered questions about the lawsuit that put the city in crisis mode and what will happen if Detroit runs out of money. And joining us right now is Channel 7 editorial director Chuck Stokes to help sort things out for us.
Yeah, let's talk about the main issue here, which is the Corporation Council and the lawsuit that has been filed, which really seems to be the major sticking point.
It's the crux of the matter. But, you know, one thing that we've been hearing for several days now is the Corporation Council and others saying that she is mandated to file this lawsuit. There's nothing in the charter that mandates her to do this. Yes, if you get a letter from Joanne Watson, who's a member of the council, and saying investigate it, you can investigate, but you still have that liberty to be able to say, is this something that rises to the level of a lawsuit? Is she within her legal purview to do it? Absolutely, she can, especially under the new charter. She has a lot more power under this charter than under the previous charter, in which she basically reported to the mayor, and if the mayor didn't like what you're doing, boom, you're out of there. It's a little more difficult now.
So that's the main change that people are confused about, what the charter read before and what the under former Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick and how it reads now.
Yeah, she has a lot more power, but it's not unlimited power. You know, a 2/3 vote of the council with consent of the mayor could move her from out of that position without a doubt. And it could be started by either the mayor or it could be started by council. Either one could start the process. What we don't know and what the charter doesn't say is, say there's a split between the council. Mayor wants her out, council doesn't want her out. Charter doesn't say what happens in that situation. We haven't quite gotten to that situation yet. But you got to figure that two entities that basically have power over you, ultimately, would you do what she's doing without a wink and a nod from somebody?
Well, and
probably
clearly,
not.
Exactly right. And clearly at this point, City Council is not interested in seeing her go or seeing this lawsuit pulled back.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. She knows that she has enough backing here. There are enough people out there, labor unions and others, who never liked this consent agreement. This challenges it on a legal basis. Now, legal experts tell me that she probably has about a 75% chance of really winning this once it gets into the courts. But say she does, man, is she a hero all of a sudden? Might even run for political office one day.
Well, she is, except we get an emergency manager.
Right.
From a legal standpoint. Yeah. Now, financially, what happens here? You know, we're playing Russian roulette, and we could very well end up in a situation based upon what Jack Martin and others are saying, and others who have looked at these books and say, we are bleeding ink. Even if you got that $225 million from the revenue sharing, is that really going to make a dent? Helps, but it's not going to put a finger in the dike on this problem. You know, you could be, if you're looking at bankruptcy, and we hit that point, then you're not just messing with Detroit, you're also messing with Oakland County,
the region,
Macomb County, the region, because when the bond ratings go down in Detroit, they affect everyone else within the region.
So, Mr. Stokes, give us your best prediction. Is there room for compromise, really? I mean, with the governor, with the city council, with the mayor, and with this Crittenden?
Well, in politics, you want to say there's always room for compromise until the clock ticks out. A lot of it depends on how much patience does the governor have? At what point does this governor say either I'm putting in an emergency financial manager, enough with all of this, or whether or not you hit bankruptcy and the cash just runs out? We don't know. Probably a little window here, but they better do it, and they better do it fast.
And that window is closing fast.
Clock is ticking.
Yes, indeed.
Chuck, thanks.
Right,
Channel
thank you.
7 editorial director Chuck Stokes.